webinar that's starting right now, actually.
I excuse Lenny and Rich too.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right, this meeting of the Board of Public Works is called to order. We have both commissioners with us, so we do have a quorum.
Just sign it.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting. Motion by Joe,
Second.
second by Jared. Any questions on the minutes? Being none, all in favor? All ayes, passed. You also have the reports in front of you. I'll accept the motion to approve those reports.
Motion.
By
Second.
Jared, second by Joe. Any questions on any of those reports?
Nope.
Favor?
Aye.
Yes. We do have a pair of resolutions. The first one is the sewer relining contract. Missy?
Resolved that the bid for the sanitary sewer pump line improvements contract 2 in the amount of $195,976 be awarded to Kenyon Pipeline Inspection LLC.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Jared.
And second.
Second by Joe. So that's a kind of an extension of the program that we've been doing for a number of years. And so this extension, this will go to Pearl Street, correct me if I'm wrong, Mitch, portion of Main, Hardy Street, portion of Elm and John, and then a portion of Canis Steel Street to Loader Street.
Yeah, yes, Mayor, that's about right.
Yeah, so,
It's all 10-inch line.
and we don't have a whole lot more 10-inch in the city. We've got, maybe a couple of little spots here or there, but we're running out of 10-inch, and this money only applies to 10-inch and above. So what we did in the city budget this year is we carved out a little niche. So we put 20,000 aside to start tackling some of the smaller collection lines. So basically all the smaller lines that this money doesn't apply to, still aging, it's still old, still needs attention. We want to, continue to upgrade our infrastructure below ground. So what we're going to do is budget a portion, a chunk of money every year, build that up, and then we'll go out to bid and bring someone in and address the smaller collection lines. I wish the CDBG money encompassed all the sizes, but it doesn't. It has its restrictions, and it's been a great program for us, and one that we something that we talk about here, not something that people see, or not something that's visible, but something that's very important to our infrastructure. And we'll keep that going in-house after this program comes and goes.
What are the majority of them?
8-inch. So CDBG will only let us do 10-inch and larger. They call that a major collection system. And then the 8-inch and below is a minor collection laterals. And we've fought with them. Well, not really fought with them. We had discussions with them, those are our main sewer lines, but they will not bend, kind of like the DOT,
Yep. No, I don't know.
It's written down somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was really nice of the council and the mayor in the budget they're going to start putting a little capital money aside for future lining. So we have,
Sure.
80 some miles of it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this is not a short-term fix. It's a long-term
Yeah.
goal. So.
Yeah, and once these collection lines are relined, it's something we won't have to worry about again in our lifetimes. So that'll be a nice thing. When you think about the age of the sewer lines, we're talking 100+ years. Or
1800s.
Yeah,
They were put in the 1800s.
so that's
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the motions. Any questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All ayes, thank you. Second resolution is the Bosse's house, and I believe that is number 10. Number 10, we're in double digits. Bosse's house.
Resolved that the bid for the Bosse's house at 85 Front Street in the amount of $150,000 be awarded to Ian Hamilton.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Joe, second by Jared. So again, this is our 10th Bosse's house. Very successful program, something that started under Sean, and I happily and proudly continue. It's a great program. It's revitalized many of our neighborhoods, taken properties that had been off the tax rolls, and put them back on the tax rolls. You know, we've added upwards of $1 million back onto the assessment rolls over
Awesome.
the
Yeah,
years.
probably over $1 million now.
Oh, yeah, well over $1 million, and we'll continue to do so. So this is for Front Street, I think it's a shot in the arm down there. So just so you know, the next two BOSI houses we're planning on Preston Ave, where we had the horrific fires of 2019. Our new superintendent or assistant superintendent is designing the two houses, and we're working on those. So we're tentatively planning on those for year 2022 and 23. So and once those are in place, we'll revitalize that street and get that back up and running. So
So the first one will be built next school year.
yeah,
They'll
so we're
start in
planning
September. Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Hopefully.
the
If,
building material cost is just,
oh, yeah.
we're 142% over what it was 2 years
Well,
ago.
if we're getting these kind of numbers out of it.
Yeah, yeah, right.
So we have to keep an eye on it. But
Yeah,
the
no, sure. certainly.
housing has been,
Yeah,
the
as
prices.
is materials, yeah.
If you talk to real estate people, there's there's not a lot on the market right now. There's not a lot of stock out there for sale, so.
Yeah, the houses are going.
Yeah.
It's definitely a seller's market right now, so. Hopefully that'll continue, and even though we've added so much housing stock or apartments, Reedman and Bassett, Park Grove is doing their project now, and there's a couple other things in the pipeline. There's still a need and a desire for a traditional, family standalone house. And I don't think that need or desire ever really goes away. So, when we can infuse, capital and, put a brand new, never lived in house on the street, it's going to attract attention. People are going to be drawn to it. And, we've been very successful with the bidding process over the years. And I don't think Preston Ave will be any different once we put those two new houses there. And they won't be on top of each other. As there were 5 structures there prior. We're going to replace the 5 with just 2. And they'll be spread out. They'll have plenty of room between for parking, landscaping, whatever you want to do. So, and the Preston Ave houses will be 2 stories.
Yeah.
So a number of the BOSI's houses are a single story. Some are 2-story. Maple Street, one across from you, Joe, on Genesee Street's a 2-story. So it'll be nice once we get those. But we do have to be cognizant of the building costs. Hopefully those will come down or so at least subside. So, but it definitely jacks up the price a little bit. So that's the story with the BOSI's house.
Okay.
Oh, it's great.
Okay.
In the single family homes, I think it makes for a better community than all the rental property out there. I mean, you just people, I just went down East Main Street today and someone had dumped a whole garbage thing out in front of their house. I mean, you go by East Main at River Street and it's just the whole front of the house is just piled with garbage. And it's rental property, so they just left their stuff there. So we end up taking care of, that's just a small part of rental problems. But it's just the whole front of the house is full of garbage out there. So something we have to talk to codes about.
Codes issue. Yeah, let them know.
Yeah, and
Whenever you see it, I certainly do.
yeah.
So, all right. We have the motions. Any further questions, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All ayes. Thank you. I want to kind of wrap this up because I do have that NICOM webinar to attend to, but just before, I just wanted to touch base on CHIPS, Pave New York, and winter recovery. All of those funding streams have been increased by the state this year, which is good news for us. CHIPS has increased $100 million, and that's the first time in 8 years that we've seen an increase or a significant increase in CHIPS. Extreme winter recovery, 35 million more added to the pot for that. Pave New York has increased by 50 million. So, basically those are our funding streams for road work and road repair. And that's welcome news. You know, I talk about AIM a lot. AIM is still flat for the 12th or 13th year in a row. It's always kind of been a bone of contention with mayors because AIM is, you know, the needle hasn't moved with AIM in a long time. Where school districts, you know, the foundation aid always seems to get a bump, and you know, cities and villages are kind of left on their own. But it's good news on the road repair front because it's more funding, and you know, cities and villages, cities such as Hornell, who you know historically, you know, you live in the Northeast, the roads are going to get beat up. You know, the constant salt, the plowing, and everything else. It takes its toll on the roads, and it's hard to keep up. So this investment, or increased investment, is long overdue, and one that's very welcome. So we'll be able to do hopefully quite a bit more this year, Mitch.
We'll see.
So
See, we don't have the percentages in yet, what we.
yeah, we don't have the actual dollar amounts broken down by municipality. When we get those, we'll have a better idea, but we know it'll be more. So that's a good thing. It's going in the right direction. Right. So
So are the asphalt prices.
Yeah.
yeah, everything goes up. right?
Everything goes up.
Everything
Everything goes
down.
up.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your update.
Sounds good.
Yeah, anything from the commissioners?
Mayor, do you want to do claims?
Oh, claims, yes.
Keep my track.
Resolved that claims in the amount of $468,208.70 be approved and paid as audited.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Joe, second by Jared. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All ayes. Thank you, Missy. See, I'm rushing too fast to
I
get to
won't let
the
you forget it.
webinar here.
7 minutes has been the quickest meeting we've ever had.
I know, we're 15
You're
minutes
you're
now.
double that now.
You know, you guys always say this, but for the 4 years I've been here, I haven't seen a 7-minute.
Oh, it was before this,
Oh.
this board.
See, a 15-minute meeting for me is quick. That's on the quick side.
Heather
It is.
walked in, we did claims, we did something, and it was 7 minutes.
Oh,
Quickest
okay.
meeting ever.
Well, then this makes up for the hour and a half that Rich
Right.
going,
So we-
Yes.
We do have some marathon meetings, but you know,
which is fine.
information is good.
Yeah, yes, it
Information
is.
boy,
Yes, it
so.
is. Yes, it is.
But, all right, well, with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Jared, second by
Second.
Joe, all in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
We, just another note that we had a couple interviews yesterday. We hired Caleb Mitchell